Alright, this is my next bike build. This is kind of a Frankenstein bike, just parts from all different companies. But I selected each part for this build, except maybe like one or two things I already had laying around, like those pedals. But yeah, I'm going to go over all the parts with you. Anyway, this is a 2022 Fairdale Taj. It had a big Fairdale sticker here that I didn't like. I got this bike at Dan's. It was a scratch and dent, and it was half off. Plus, I had a 15% coupon from their catalog, and sure enough, it was half off, and the coupon worked, 15% off, and shipping was only like $25, which blew my mind. And I had ordered some other stuff. This stuff here, I think it's from an electrocoating. I think they electrocoated this, but I'm not a paint guy. I really don't know. I talked to Fairdale about it, and they didn't give me very much information. It's a long story. So anyway, I like how the welds show through. I like the color. So I stripped it down. That's stock. But obviously the frame, that Odyssey Quik Slic cable, I might use, I might not. I'm not even sure yet. And then the wheels, that's it. There's the stock tire. I just wanted to show it to you. It's a Maxxis Ardent Race. It's basically like a mountain bike tire. And so these are the tires that I bought for it. These are Kenda Kwick Seven-5 Sport, 27.5 by 2. The hub that came on this has M30 threading. So I bought this 15 tooth right Out Supply. I'll have an unboxing with this if you want to see it closer. But on a BMX flip-flop hub, this is the smaller size, the M30 size. It's smaller than a standard freewheel. 13, 14, and 15 tooth. That's a 15 tooth. And the sprocket is 33. That's a WTP Patrol sprocket. Cranks are fit blunt cranks. These are 24 millimeter spindle. It's hollow. 24 millimeter bearings. These are mid bearings. And I picked these cranks on purpose because they have like a clear, raw look to them, which I thought matched, the welds on the frame and stuff. This is just a thick, these are just Goodyear tubes, and these are tire liners because in Arizona we get lots of thorns, so those come in handy. These pedals are Odyssey Grandstand Dugan pedals. These are just the composite ones, not the metal ones. Odyssey Evo 2.5 brake. There's an Odyssey Bluebird chain. I'm going to need a bigger chain because the gearing is changing. It's an S&M. It's 30 millimeter. And I already checked it on there. It fits perfect. That is stock also, that seat post. That's an Origin8 seat. The Odyssey lever came with the brake in a kit. And there's the headset. That's a Fairdale headset. I just took the dust cap out because I thought it was cool. Every pedal moves you closer. Not sure if I'm going to use that yet. I might use a plain black one. But there's bearings and spacers in there. You can see the integrated tube there, campy 4545. And there is the stem. This is a Colt Max stem. The bolts are on the bottom. The forks I'm using just have a 6mm star nut. So I just got this off Amazon, this stem cap. And those are Vans Colt waffle grips. And I think that's everything except the fork and the bars, which I'll talk about now. Yeah, talked about all that stuff. Okay, so the fork and the bars. I already had those bars. I think they were Sunday bars. And this fork came off a DK bike. This came off like a 26-inch, kind of like a dirt jumper bike. And I wasn't sure if it would fit a 27.5-inch tire, but it does. I checked, it fits perfectly. It's actually the exact size of the fork that came with this bike. By the way, the reason I changed the fork and bars is because the fork and bars that came with this bike are all the same color. And to me, in my opinion, it was just too much of that blue. So I sanded those bars and these forks down. They're chromoly. Sanded them down to bare metal. I took some videos. I'll probably upload them. And then I did a gun bluing process. And it just wasn't dark enough. And then I did an antique black patina. It still wasn't dark enough. So then I did a very light coat of a matte black spray paint, and then I finally started to like the way it looked. So then I put a clear coat on there. There were a couple splotchy areas, and I just took a rag and some of the antique patina, and I just buffed it out. And then at the very end, I took some those magic eraser sheets, and I just kind of buffed the paint to where I got it. It has some imperfections, which I actually like. You can kind of see some of the rusting underneath if you look really close in certain areas. It kind of almost has like a bronze look almost in certain areas. But I ride my bikes hard and I just throw them in the back of my truck, so I don't want anything to be perfect. I don't like perfect bikes, because then you just worry about them all the time, or they end up just sitting in your garage or your back room or wherever. So I think that's everything.